What's up, guys? Welcome in, welcome in. Hello. Jason, Logan, Cody, what's up, guys? How you guys doing? Hooney, how you doing, man? What's Hooney today? Jason, Logan, Cody, and Hooney all popping in here. I'm just gonna get it rolling. I'm in a good spot. We in a good spot. Let's just get to finishing up what I was working on. So I did get the other field completely harvested, started baling it. I hadn't quite finished mowing this field. I'm just finishing up the windrowing now. I just finished mowing it. I missed this little section down here the first time around. Oops. I'm not going to worry about that little strip right there because that's actually grass, not alfalfa. So. Olive Garden from that ad. Got an Olive Garden ad? What a weird ad to get. What a weird ad to get. Let's say I've gotten an Olive Garden ad. Just gonna run this back up there. I need to come back, get the baler, get it rolling. Today's gonna be a lot of baling. A lot of baling. So I do still need hay. I'm not sure how I want to get my hay. I really should have made all that hay. I didn't think about it. It was a noob move. Probably going to have to buy a grass field or something somewhere and make that hay. On the phone, no problem. No problem. Got a health ad. Health ad. Weird ad. Ads are weird, man. Had an ad to vote for the Hellboy. Of course. Of course. Go bale some straw. We'll start with that. Use Blender in the tech class. Oh, that's cool. Dude, I'd never had any classes like that. That's awesome. Actually, you know what? I had already figured out that this tractor is actually a little small to run that baler. Let's grab the 8R. It's way overkill for running a baler, but that tractor is just a wee bit small. Just a tiny bit. Go rip it up with this one. I put the floaters on it for milling, so I had planned to use this as a mowing companion, but that's alright. Green crap. Oh, get out of here. Get out of here. You know this playthrough's a green crap playthrough for the most part. Even though we started off with a Kubota today. Drop that down. Everything's running. Yep, we rolling. Hop on into cab view. Let's have a good time here. I gotta haul the semi back over yet, but I've been slowly moving equipment over as I go. Once we get a little closer to the semi, I'll move it over and go get it unloaded. I'm not sure exactly how much grain. I think we got about 80,000, 70,000 liters off this field, which isn't too bad. Something like that. Not too bad. This baler does a pretty nice job. Always like slightly worried am I picking everything up when I'm in first person, but this baler does a pretty good job. There we go. I think I got all that. It's so hard to tell like exactly behind it. Yeah, we got most of it back there. I'm not worried about getting every single drop of the straw here, but we're going to try to do our best. Of course, I'm going to come out right on top of the bale. Let's give it a little push. Push forward. Over there. I'm going to do like every other for now. I probably don't need every single row. To be fair, I don't exactly know how much this was fertilized, so I'm not sure how many bales we're going to get off of this. Yeah, case hoodie on my player, don't I? Typical. Typical. What is it? Alt-P? Yeah, Alt-P. Do I got any of my custom stuff on this playthrough? No, I don't have the mod on for that. Well, dang it. I throw a TF hoodie on. Alright, guess we're getting a deer hoodie. But I still have a case hat. Yeah, I still have a case hat. Let's buy a Kubota hat. Grab a Kubota hat. There we go. Represent the 2 brands we bought. Guys, I made a little progress last night with Photoshop, fucking Substance Painter. I think I'm like starting to figure out. I think I need to figure out my UV. I think I'm having a UV issue. Real quick here, I can show you what I mean. See what you guys think. So I went to bake my mesh. I noticed there's some weird spots in here that didn't come through right. And I'm assuming that's from the mesh itself not being quite right. And if I go to add dirt layers and stuff like that, it does make it look weird. You can see kind of what that's doing. So I'm still playing around with it, still trying to figure it out. I think I'm getting somewhat of a hang on like how everything works, but I need to figure out why my UV is not quite right. So I'm gonna play around with that some more. Miss some grain, yeah, a couple little itty bitty spots here and there. It'll be all right. Everybody misses a little, huh? And that's a weird path there. I had to pull off. Working on the doits for a bit. Hey, no problem. Not a problem, man. Yeah, I'm gonna keep playing around with it. I need to figure out what's going on with the UV. I think once I have that figured out, I'll have it in a spot that it'll work. We should be able to do what we need to do. So I'll keep messing with it, see if I can't work out exactly what's going on. The other thing I figured out is that so the way I originally did my UVs is I exported everything with a different material. And I think the right way to do it is to use one material with different UVs for each piece, if that makes sense. I think. I'm still figuring that out. I'm not for sure on that. I will keep messing with it though. Eventually here I'm gonna have it figured out. I think I have substance figured out well enough that I can at least make some decent looking textures, but I need to get the UV right so the textures look decent on top of it. Flashing on the tractor cab. Something flashing on the cab? You mean like there's like a particle effect going on right there on that little visor thing? I guess it's everywhere. I'm gonna guess that's particle effect? I'm not sure, to be honest with you. I'm not sure. It is a little annoying though, isn't it? I didn't realize it was doing it. Might be a graphic setting. Map is almost there. Oh, right on. Right on. Daniel, welcome in, man. How you doing? Did you get that figured out, by the way? Get anywhere on that thing you were messaging me about? That seemed to work for you? It is a little tricky going from GE back into Blender and getting everything right. Yeah, I don't know what's going on there. I don't know if that's a tractor issue or if that's it's probably an issue with my game's graphic settings that I just haven't ever noticed or worked on. I'm not sure. Spawns, a tire, a few buckets, and a big blob. So let me show you exactly what you need to select in GE, and this will help you. So if you're looking at, I'm just going to open something on my own here real quick. If I open up the tractor pack, I grab, let me just say the loader, right? So I'm going to open the loader. This is probably the easiest to show you. what's probably going on is you have stuff selected that you don't want. And if you send me some screenshots too, it'll help me to know exactly what you're getting. Tractor am I using? It's I want to say Custom Modding's 8R. I want to say, I'll double check that, but so you open up your components here. I need to move my thing out of the way just a little bit so you can see exactly what I'm looking at here. So on this mod, I have this hydraulic main punch, right? That's going to be a component I would want to export. So I'm going to want to, lagging a bit on your end. It does look like this is struggling a bit, transferring this over. It seems to be caught up now. A little bit of FPS lag on my end. So the tilt pin, for example, that's something else I'd want. I'm going to hold control and hit left click on the items that I know I want, right? Say the decals. You can see how that's working. I'm just selecting the parts that I know I want. I have a lot of stuff open right now. Sorry if there's any FPS lag. It's totally possible that's happening. Yeah. And then when you go File, Export Selection with Files, and then I would export it right here. You have your drop-down menu. Save as type, save as an OBJ, and then name it something, whatever you want to name it. I would start with that and see if that helps. That seems to be the trickiest part. And then again in Blender, when you go open up Blender, I'll just open a random Blender file. I'll show you exactly what I mean. So you'll want to file, import, OBJ. I put everything in modding stuff. Deer, mower, dirt, and wear. Click on this geometry tab, and then hit split by group, and then hit import OBJ, and that'll import everything. And then you can see everything's already separated. I figured this out the other day. Lance Modding actually sent me a message about this. Everything's separated already for you. And you could go down through here and deselect things that you're not sure if you need or not, right? Hopefully. As long as everything's nicely layered like that in the mod that you're working on. The other thing you might run into, I'll show you this real quick, is if it's not, you'll have to go into edit mode, and you'll have to, what I do is L, and it kind of selects like a group of things. You can click X actual or whatever. If you do this, it'll get like both sides or whatever. Just keep L clicking until you have everything. This can be kind of a pain. It takes a little bit sometimes. Kind of spam the L key, you'll get most of them. Let's see there, I've got most of them there. And then you can hit C, which is circle select, and if you hold your middle mouse button, it'll deselect stuff that you don't need. Kind of drag it across like a paintbrush. See kind of how that works. Blender, it takes a lot to get used to Blender. I will say that. There's a lot to it. Sometimes it can be a real pain getting started. That flashing's bugging me now that you brought it up. I'll have to do it in third person now. Bothering the crap out of me. Yeah, we'll figure out that setting. Give you a shout out back. Okay. Yeah, let me know what you come up with. Send me some screenshots if you're still having trouble. Hopefully I can point you in the right direction. What's probably happening is you're getting like a node effect or a collision or something like that. That's going to be the blob. And as long as you make sure you don't select those collisions, you shouldn't have those. How's Nuke doing today? What's up, man? Welcome in, buddy. Yeah. I need to make a good like tutorial series on Blender because there's a lot there. Although the problem with that is I'm not the best at it either. I'm still learning, so it's hard to give my expertise when my expertise is fairly limited. Oh, farm's doing all right. Maya's better for something. Yeah, for sure. For sure. To me, I from what I've seen, the differences are, I don't know that it's worth paying for Maya over just using Blender for free. And that's why I ended up going with Blender, personally. And Maya's a ton of money unless you have a way to get it for free. Or cheaply at the very least. Still deciding if Substance Painter is really worth it because I know that you can do it in Blender as well. Substance is at the minimum like 20 bucks a month. Unless, yeah, again, student discounts or something like that. So, I don't know. The whole Adobe suite's like, what, $5 grand a year or something like that? It's insane. $3 grand a year. So if you wanted to use Photoshop for like your images and stuff like that, or decals, that's all goes up quick. If you're not doing it professionally, then I'm not sure. Maya might be worth it if you're doing it professionally. That's a whole different story, but just doing it for Farming Simulator modding, I'm still not sold on it. No, it's pre-authorized for, yeah. So yours is a bit of a different set of circumstances. If it's free, absolutely, by all means, you know. And it's apples to oranges at that point, you know. When you're comparing free versus expensive, then take the free one. Unless you're, again, professional. So me personally, Blender does everything I need it to do. I'm pretty happy with it, honestly. $120 a year. Yeah, and you get, what else is it with it? I can't remember. It is 20 bucks a month, though, I know that. But if you pay the yearly, it is $120 for the year. I just started my subscription last week, so. For me, it's a tax write-off, but to be fair, I haven't really made a ton of YouTube income this year enough to really overcome my tax write-offs, to be honest with you. I have more tax write-off. I've spent more money on the channel this year than we've made, so there's that. Between the music you're listening to, the assets, Streamlabs, what stuff, it's more money than what I made, quite easily. Linktree costs money. A little link thing in the description where it takes you to like all my other social medias that cost money. Like everything costs money in streaming. It's ridiculous how much you can spend on streaming if you're not careful. I really need to cut back on some of it. Perform some budget cuts. That's all right. New Photoshop. Fire programs using. Yeah. Yeah, see, Photoshop's insanely powerful. I will say that. I will say that. It's insanely powerful. And if you know what you're doing in it, it's very good. I will say GIMP is a pretty decent free alternative. And if you're doing like thumbnails and stuff, Canva. For sure, Canva's the easiest way to do it. I had my doubts about Canva at the beginning when I first started this. I used GIMP for a while, but then after I got a paid Canva membership and learned how to use Canva, I could do it from my phone. So that's the advantage there. Jason, again, that goes back to separating your shorts and your main channel. A lot of my subscribers are from shorts and won't watch streams. That's the way it goes. And knowing what I know now, if I do any more shorts, it'll be on a separate channel. Because it can be very bad for your channel. A lot of my subscribers came from one short specifically. It was like 1,000 subscribers off of the one short, 600 to 1,000, I can't remember. And like that's great, but the problem is those aren't people that'll come in to watch a live stream. Now, if you're trying to make some extra shorts revenue on the side, then absolutely make a shorts channel and post them all there. That's what I've learned from my YouTube shorts experience. Lesson learned. Unfortunately, it hurt me in the long run. Hard lesson to learn. And if I post more videos and more shorts, it would be helpful to those content streams, but live streams, you're typically only going to get live stream viewers, maybe video viewers, but it's less and less common these days. Most people that watch YouTube videos are just watching YouTube videos. That's the way it works, though. Yeah, that I have got quite a few from DJ. If I go through like channels that have, YouTube will tell you like what channels you're most similar to, or which channels most of your subscribers subscribe to as well, whose content they're watching the most of. DJ is number one for me for sure. Clutch is up there for me, and those are both guys that have helped me a lot growing. Clutch did me a huge solid back trying to hit 1K. I mean, we had 100 subscribers in one day from him helping me out to hit the 1,000. I mean, we literally had 100 subscribers in one night. It was nuts. Stream was jam-packed that night. Like, it was crazy. Yeah, that's the crazy thing about it, Jason, is, I mean, in terms of, like, it feels like I just put that out. It really does. And it's, yeah, 2 months. 2 months. Yeah, Ketterick's good. All those guys are good. The whole farm sim community is really good about that. Whole farm sim community is good about that. And that's why I try to do a ton of shout outs whenever I can. If there's somebody for me to shout out, I shout them out. Everybody just tries to help each other, and if you ever do get into making farm sim content for anybody wanting to get into it, that's lean on the community. You know, that's a great way to grow early on. I haven't done a few collabs with some of the bigger guys. They're pretty good about doing collabs with smaller channels if they like you and you're doing good and you're not ripping anybody else's stuff and you're being genuine about what you're doing. Everybody in this community will help you out. Yeah. Yeah, Farm Sim News is huge, and then I try not to lean on it too much, but yes, it is very, very helpful. It's very helpful. DJ does post quite a few without telling me that he's doing it. Quite fun, but of course, I mean, they get a ton of comments the days that he does that to be ready for. Much appreciated even still. Spending a lot of money on this stone farming yellow. See, Squad's been doing it forever now, though. And the way he does his content is so different than everybody else in the community. Even anybody else that tries to do role plays, Squad he hit it at the right time. That's a lot of what his is. And it's not to say he's bad at it or anything. He picked the right time to do it. I'll say that. he definitely picked the right time to get into making YouTube content and making the videos that he was making. I will say it does mean that his audience is very younger heavy, which means that, which is why he doesn't do a ton of live streams, is that generally means you're not lending yourself into much for streaming donations and stuff like that. You at that his specific channel is definitely relying a lot on ad revenue, which is not a bad thing at all, especially given how many subscribers he has at this point. His channel is amazing. It's a very rare occurrence to see a farm sim channel blow up the way it did. It's a lot the same as Daggerwin though too. It's so many subscribers. Although Daggerwin's audience is definitely of a slightly older generation, which is very good. I wish I could grow a channel like that. I'll be honest, Daggerwin's channel would be that's a gold mine. His channel is a gold mine. It's an older generation. It's people that will watch the entire video start to finish. They will leave comments. They like. They subscribe. It's a very good audience to have there. And his survival roleplay series is one of the best on YouTube, if not the best farming simulator series on YouTube. And the amount of work he puts into those videos is unreal. I couldn't imagine. A lot of people that get into making farming simulator content think that, oh, roleplay videos would be easy. It's not. I've done a few roleplay videos, and I'm telling you, it's hard. It's hard to plan those out. There's a lot that goes into it. And knowing exactly what equipment you're going to use, exactly where you're going, keeping your camera steady while you're driving, like, you have to be conscious about a lot of things, and you have to have a good voice for it too, you know, as his squad and Dag both do for that kind of thing. All the good roleplay YouTubers do. That's one thing I hate about myself. I hate my voice. Very self-conscious about my voice. It's a hard thing to be when you're farming simulator or a YouTuber in general, but I get by. Austin Farmer's got a great voice for it. He's great at roleplay videos. Pickle, all those guys are. They're all great at it. And it shows, you know. It shows. Extremely good, heavily profitable channels that have led them to, you know, pretty cool lives. Pretty awesome jobs. DJ's great at it. I mean, the things DJ does is, you know, other people have tried to do what he does with Farm Sim News, and nobody else has been able to even come close to what he does. I mean, even his Let's Play videos are fantastic. Oh, that was amazing. I'll tell you the real impressive thing to me about DJ is just how much content he can put out. You think I can flip it with this? Should we try? Alright, we're gonna go try. I have my doubts about this. Being able to flip a whole 8R in a baler, but we're gonna go try. Of course, we're gonna do it at a whopping 7 miles an hour. Here we go. On our way to go save a tractor. Full-on tractor recovery mission. Here we go. Really should put it on a trailer or something to get it over there. Roughs up. Yep. Do I have the patience to get over there at 7 miles an hour? We're gonna go try to rescue this tractor. We're gonna go try to rescue my rollover. I have a very bad feeling about this being able to save it though. Seven miles an hour. Here we go. I'm a little worried driving over these drifts. Tow truck time. Yeah, we might have to call and see if the tow truck can't come save us. I turned a little fast on the side of the hill, I think. Just a little fast. I'm buying a trailer to get this thing back over there. I should have bought the 31 mile an hour version. What was I thinking? Yeah, we'll just buy the 7 mile an hour 1025R. I got it a little too slow right now. I do need to adjust the speed on this thing. I need to bump it up a little bit. It's a little too slow. Alright, moment of truth. Just how stout is the 1025? I think I'm just ricocheting off of it. I don't think there's a chance. I'll be honest with you guys. I thought maybe, just maybe, I could do it. Need the forks. Well, the problem is the forks right now glitch into stuff. Okay, let me try on the baler. See if I can catch it right at the 3-point. Right at the joint, maybe. Yeah, okay. Call a tow truck. Or call a wheel loader, more than likely, would be the correct answer. Alright. Equipment recovery time. Typical. You know, before I lease anything, let me just try to bump it with something much bigger. This guy would be a decent candidate, maybe. Let's go try to bump it with this, see if I can't get it to move. I need to bring this that way anyway. Caught us just in time for a recovery operation, Daniel. On a bit of a recovery mission. This is why we need to be able to attach winches to vehicles. I'll tell you what, if that's not a standard feature in FS 2025 or whatever, I'll go flying in that truck. Yeah, hopefully we don't have that again. That was not fun. Can we roll it? Oh, baby. No. I might get over that. That was worth a try, at least. That was worth a try, at least. Alright, we'll get this out of the way then. By the way, I didn't realize it, but the slurry pit on that original cow barn was down here and it screwed everything up. But whatever. I was gonna forget that this is all here right now. Completely left that out of the farm build. Oopsie. Oopsie, oopsie. Speed and ramp the top of it. We're just gonna rent a wheel loader or something. Bring a wheel loader in. It's probably what you'd want to do in real life, huh? Or a tow truck at least. Going for minimal damage, it's probably a tow truck, I would imagine. Alright. Let me try one more time just to drive it out of it. Since I got it in a bit of a different angle now, maybe I can... I'm trying not to spend money that I don't have. Alright. We're renting the wheel loader. It is... Okay. I will definitely take a peek here. Check the used sale just to see if there isn't anything in here and we get lucky. Get a Phoenix for 42. That's not gonna be the right size, huh? Need a some loader of some variety would be ideal, but I'm not seeing much in here. Tons of used stuff though. Alright. Yeah, I mean I could probably attach the baler, but we'll try it once just to see if I can get it out of it if I detach it. That or now I gotta flip two pieces of equipment, one or the other. Tractor's acting like it might come out of it. Get it right in enough momentum here. Come on. Do something here. Ooh. Spinning like a top. Oh, I can't even get the tractor off its roof here, so. Alright. We'll lease something. There wasn't anything in here, was there? No. Alright. We will lease the... I think what I normally lease is this guy. I don't have the Platinum expansion on right now. It's kind of a bummer. Platinum wheel loader is pretty good for this kind of stuff. Yeah, we'll go for this guy. It's a case, but... Lizard? Eh. You mean this thing? The crane thing? That's not the same. A whole different setup. Combinations. Forks. Models and shell with support. Yeah, we'll grab the support. Why not? Lease. Where's it at? There he goes. This'll flip it. I'm sure of it. This thing ends up being a pretty good piece of recovery equipment to have anyway. That was easy. Just need something with enough mass behind it. That's why I like wheel loaders. Tend to have enough mass to flip stuff and not have to worry about it. That wasn't too bad. Too bad in operation at all. These things can pick up bales too, I think. Yeah. These things are kind of handy. I'll probably just go ahead and throw this back up at the farm and just keep it up there under a lease. I think I have lease to own on, so I should be able to just, if I just keep it, I'll just own it eventually. Alright, get it out of the way. Get it off the field. You know what I should do is go pick up the 1025 and bring it back with me. Can I do that? Is that an option? So I don't have to drive it back. I love the 1025, but it's a little slow. I need to speed it back up a little bit. Would you look at that? Small, lightweight, compact tractor, huh? And that's what it's for, right? That's one way to haul your equipment around. It stays on there pretty nice, if I'm being honest with you. Like, it's not really shifting around or anything. It's hanging on there pretty tight. This is at 10 mile an hour instead of 7, so this is totally worth it. Take it to the compactor. Yeah, this is bad. It's a case wheel loader. John Deere tractor. Oh, I dropped it. I mean, I got it all the way up here, though, so that's what I was trying to do. Perfect. All right. Back to baling. After that little side attraction there. Which way was I even going? I don't even remember now. I don't even know what I was doing. I know I came around that corner too fast, so. There we go. I think I was coming down the hill. And we're bailing. Good. No more tip overs. Yeah, we're gonna drive a little bit slower. Think you got it figured out? All right, cool. I will. I'll take a little bit of a poke in here. Gotta switch my accounts. If you ever wonder why I take forever to respond sometimes on Messenger on the TF Facebook, it's because personal Facebook sometimes is loaded and it doesn't give you notifications. There's a bit of a blob there. What is that? That's got to be an effect node. I think what you have there is an effect mesh selected there. I'm pretty sure is what I'm looking at. I'm not sure what it's from. Oh, you know, that's a tip mesh. That's, I'm guessing coming from the front bucket on your backhoe. Looks like, yeah, that's the, so on a bucket you have your, it's basically what the effect looks like when as you're dumping stuff out, right? It's like you need to get rid of that. And you might be able to just, if you hit tab, it'll put you in edit mode. And like I said, with the L select, you should be able to L select that stuff and remove it. Or you could go back to GE and export that without it. It'll say something like effect node or something like that, something to that extent. Anything that works with materials like this that are on the ground, like what you're seeing there, has an effect node. Yeah, I can't remember exactly what it's called. I'm pretty sure it's effect node on a bucket. That's a pretty easy fix. Pretty easy fix, Daniel. Looks like the tire's cut in half for some reason too. What's up with that? I have to see it. It says grain and exhaust. Yeah, you need to get rid of those. And in the top right corner there, it might actually be its own component. If you scroll through there, you can probably just hide it by clicking on the little, looks like a little eyeball. iPad's at 1%. That sucks. Just click on the little eyeball, it'll hide that. Well, and you honestly might want that when you go to export it back into GE. So maybe deleting it is not the right move. I would hide it. Save you some time later. Could probably reuse it. Another recommendation I can give you is if you open GE, you hit File, you hit New, or I'm sorry, you hit File, you hit New Mod from Game. What I would do is, I'm just gonna save that. I would pick another. Really, what you need is a tire, right? You need a tire for some sort of scale. and you're going to drag that into Blender, and that'll give you a way to set your scale, right? So if you go with like if you know roughly how big the thing's going to be, like say the 6M, I'm not sure if tires are loaded in DE. I don't think they are on the base game equipment. That might not work. But I mean, even then, you could take like the 6M, right? Because you know how big the 6M is. And you could export like the base of it, right? The 6M Viz is what it's called in this case. Export that into Blender and put that in next to your mod. And that'll give you a way to set your scale off of. You'll know how big roughly it needs to be. You'll know roughly how big it'll be in game when you put it back into GE. Although a whole tractor like that might be a little hard on the old PC. This tractor is 179,000 vertices, which is honestly ridiculous. Because I think Giant says like 25,000 is the limit or something like that. It's something stupid. It's like not even feasible for a tractor to be that low, or 100,000. So they have some sort of stupid on their website for what they say it's supposed to be, or the modding for beginners guide or whatever it is, the documentation. No, I've seen that somewhere. Stupid. We're working on what I want it to be. Okay. Yeah. If you can, though, importing something like that would make things a lot easier. Let me exit that out because I feel like my game's lagging now. Another little trick I can give you is while you're in Blender, if you click, which one is it? It's this one. There's a little down arrow right here. If you click statistics, it'll tell you how many triangles you have in a specific thing in vertices. So this is 20,000 vertices for this mower at the moment. That's wheels and everything there included, so pretty lightweight. That's helpful. And then you'll know roughly what you're working with. If the model you're working on has like 1 million vertices, obviously you'll probably need to tone that down. Less vertices, the better. Yep. And there's a couple different things you can do to try to reduce the vertice count. Really, what I would aim to do is like, so say you have, say the wheels are ridiculously high vertice count. You could try to make your own wheels, right? Or like, say like there's a roundy bit. For example, like this guy. This is only using 1 vertice for every single face here, which is super nice. Like there's ways you could cut the vertice count way down. There's also bad ways to cut the vertice count way down, so do be careful with how you do it. But yeah, you're aiming for some nice low vertice counts. So like this shaft here, it's only a couple vertices there. My bolts are super low. Like that's what, 12 vertices for each bolt. There's ways you can make it really efficient. A lot of paid models, or even like sometimes models that people make, can get ridiculous if you're not paying attention to it. So I would aim for like, on something like what you're doing, I would aim for under 200,000 if you can. 250, 300 kind of being the maximum. It's probably a good goal to shoot for. And that'll be reasonably detailed and all that good stuff. There's other things you could cut out too, like engine detail. Like engines don't need to be super high detail, you know, because you can only see so much of them anyway. That's kind of the approach I took on the 1025R engine, was like, let's just use a giant space game engine, and that way I know it's fairly low. Even then, it was kind of rough. I had to do some cleanup there. But yeah, there's some other ways too. Like there's some modifiers you can add that'll cut it down. One in particular, modifiers, as I'm speaking about them, are this little wrench right here. You can add a modifier. Decimate is one that can remove quite a few, but you got to be careful with it because it can really ruin your model as well. 55,600 vertices, triangles. Oh no, you're in good shape. You're in good shape. That's really good shape. It's 27,000. That's 27 megabytes. 81 megabytes. No, that's pretty good shape. The 1025 pack as a whole right now is like 46 megabytes, I'm going to say. So that'd be 46,000 kilobytes. That's pretty good shape. And that's without dirt and wear textures, so that's going to go up a little bit as I add dirt and wear textures. It's not going to go up by a ton, but it will go up. At one point we had it at like 37 megabytes. I don't know what we added that shot it way up. I think it was I don't know. I'm sure we shot it way up. I'm trying to remember what we added about that time. Something did. I think it might have been the sounds. The sounds might have been a little heavy. Which is okay. Sounds are worth their weight. Yeah. It's possible to keep things pretty lightweight. It definitely is. Like, I remember when the TLX 2020 came out. That's what it is, right? TLX 2020. I can't remember the name right now. TLX stuff there. Was it 19? I don't remember what it was called. The original TLX. Do I not have it on right now? I might not have it on right now. Of course, not a save. That, when it originally came out, was like super low. Ridiculously low. That was a lot of why I used it so much back in 19, is it was so light that it was like, why not? Why would you not use it, you know? Ooh, high speed turning again. Gotta be careful of that with this thing, I guess. So when you have the baler raised and you're just kind of scooting along. I might alt-0 the rest of this field because we're almost done with it anyway. That and me just bailing away isn't the most entertaining thing in the world, so let's whip through the rest of this field real quick. Make it go a little faster. Baling can be such a tedious job if you're not careful. Really, I want to get started on some corn chopping, ideally, but get the recovery equipment. Yeah, just about. That was a little bit of a close shave there. Closer than I'd like it to then. I feel like that mower's right in the way. Is it? I think I might be able to get past it. We'll see. I need to get all these tractors off the field. That's the problem with single player. It's trying to do everything on your own. Could be quite a bit. Really, if somebody else was here running the baler behind me, it would be really helpful right now. Or running Bale pickup or something at least behind me. I need to do more MP stuff, but it's a pain to set up MP nights and coordinate efforts, especially for streams. I used to do a ton of MP with some buddies back in the day, but since I started streaming, I just haven't been able to do that as much as I used to. I do try once in a while at least, but I owe you guys a good MP server night. Probably should update the server at some point to a new map. But we really haven't done all that much on the map that we're on now. The problem is like if I can't stream it very often, it it seems like people tend to forget it exists and quit playing on it. Is there a way to unload the baler? This one, I really don't see an option. Why? It's a normal button to poop out a baler. I really can't remember. Let's pick up unload baler. Yeah, there it is. Why? There it is. Gutter bales. Fold that up. Of course, everything's right in the way. But now alfalfa counts as a grass bale, right? Or does it count as a hay bale? Counts as a grass bale or a hay bale? Really, I kind of needed to count as a hay bale. I'm guessing by the texture it counts as a grass bale. I need to start moving stuff out of my way here. Get this guy back up. Grass bale? Okay. That's fine. It's really not a big deal. Just means we might have to buy another field somewhere and mow it. Because I'll get silage off the corn. That's not a big deal. Hay is the one thing I'll be missing. And I actually need a ton of hay because I'm doing cows as well. Or doing, doing cows and horses, which need the type of grass. That's kind of what I thought. Kind of what I thought. That's okay. Like I said, I'll just have to buy another field. Or rent another field. Wink, wink, nudge, nudge. Do a hay baling contract for somebody or something if we had to. There is hay baling contracts, right? Since I got it cleared out. Take a look here. Ah, yep, there you go. Did get it. Good deal. Yeah, that's a nice looking model. Looks like it's got everything. Looks like it's got everything we need. Do I want to run the bale loader with this tractor, or we'll just hook up the 8R. Take things easy on myself. Where am I gonna put all these bales? I never really thought about bale storage. I was kind of planning on using this shed for bale storage, but I don't think they're all gonna fit in there. Dang, I never really thought that out, did I? You know what we could do? It might be annoying. That would be really annoying. I don't want it down there. What I'll probably have to do is cut off another section of this field and use this area. Let's do that. Let's do that. I really don't have the money to do this, but... I'm losing field by doing that. Do what you gotta do. Ladder that out. Alright, and then what we'll do is we need a building some variety. Chatbot dead today? Let's see if I can fix it. 2 seconds here. Probably could go to game share. Or we can always look at the game. Stream I'll fix it. YouTube. Cloudbot. No, Cloudbot's turned off. There it is. Back on now. Fails in that hole. That would be terrible. Exhaust. Tires. Got quite that. Yeah. Yeah, there's definitely a little bit of work there to be done, but it doesn't look like it'd be too awfully difficult. At least it looks like a good basis. We need some sort of barn here. Does this one work? I don't really want. No. Not just a bale barn. Nice open barn. Lots of room. 3 walls and a roof would do just fine. Would be funny. 3 walls and a roof. What do we got? I always use these ones. These things always seem to work good. Here I am. Yeah. Yeah, it takes a bit. It does. Once you get it figured out, it'll start moving. Tell you what, I'm gonna put one here, and I'm gonna leave room to put multiple up. So that just cost me 16 grand to buy that. Which really isn't too bad, to be honest with you. That was a little bit cheaper than I was expecting to pay there. We're on a path. Something like that. And then what I actually want is some more room here. We're gonna wrap it back around this way. Something like that, maybe. How's that looking? Look good? A little wider right there. That'll leave me the option to expand later on it. Brick, what's... Oh my gosh, dude, it is. It is. I spent a lot of time the last couple nights trying to work out Substance Painter, and I'm still figuring it out, and it's hard. It's hard. It's difficult, for sure. It's advanced level stuff, and once you... It's like you hit a spot where your brain is just taking in too much information, and you need to not look at it anymore. It happens to me a lot in modding. More than I would like for it to. My little brain has a hard time wrapping itself around stuff sometimes. Taking a break to actually play the game and remember why it is that I'm modding, why it is that I'm putting myself through all that is very nice. It's good. You gotta do it. Otherwise you just go nuts. Hey, not a problem, man. Not a problem. You do whatever you think you're comfortable doing. That's the best way to start into modding is pick something that you think you can do comfortably. Plants. Using this shorter grass texture, right? Yeah. That one, not that one. Is it that one? I think this is sprinkled in there, but I don't think it's that one. Is this the normal one? It is. Dude, I'm trying to buy in 3 huge fields, the same thing, whatever. Crazy, get up a stretch. Yep, you gotta take a break once in a while. It can be overwhelming. It can be very easy to let yourself get bored doing the same thing, or let yourself, for me, when I'm modding, the problem is that I start missing things when I've been looking at it too long. I'll look right over easy things if I've been staring at the screen too long. And it can be a problem. I'll tend to start breaking more stuff than I'm fixing. And again, sometimes you just have to walk away for a bit, do something else, and come back to it. And normally by the time you get back to it, it's easy. It makes way more sense. Not a problem, Daniel. Feel free to get a hold of me whenever, man. I will do my best to get back to you. 2 to 10, I'm normally at work, so that's a lot of my long message response times is if I'm busy working, or like I said, if I'm on my personal account and I have to switch back to my messenger, to my TF page to see messages sometimes. So, but I will continue doing this to try to get back to it. Discord's actually way easier to get a hold of me. Trying to get my attention. I actually get all my noties on Discord for messages and stuff. So, if you need something kind of urgent, shoot me a message there. If I'm not at work, also you feel free to call or whatever too on Discord. I can generally answer a call. Generally, if I'm not at work. All right, back over there. Let's go start loading bales up. Yeah, really, I didn't need grass bales, to be honest. I mean, you do for TMR, but dang, I forget how slow this loader is sometimes. I need to make my own edit of this to speed it up just a little bit. I think the animation plays just a little slower than I'd like it to. It's a nice animation, but it does mean sometimes it takes a while. And yeah, I know I could use a different type of autoloader, but those are pretty unrealistic, and I don't like that. I like a little realism. We got probably way more bales than we need, I'll be honest. Especially with the grass. I really should have done half this field as hay. That'd have been a much better idea. Because now I gotta get another field, cut it. Liftable bales one. What do you mean? The liftable bales autoloader? Makes you do what? Never had any problem with the liftable bales stuff. It's by a buddy of mine, actually. Good old Yos. Found a way to go flying. What'd you do? Put the bale underneath of you? Did you message Yos about it? He's on Discord. If you find an issue like that. He's generally really good about getting fixes out. If you put the bale underneath of you like this, and you go to pick it up, that's the way the game works. That's the game engine, though, not the mod. We are full. And I just rolled the tractor again. How the hell did I pull that off? Can I unflip it here? If I detach? Yeah, I can. Oh, look at that. That was skill. I got both of them up. I got a bad habit of rolling over. I really should have put doubles on this thing. Damn it. No more tip overs? Yeah, I'm fired, huh? I definitely got fired today. Cool new job as a farmer lasted a whole 3 days. It hadn't even lasted a day. We're still in August. Speaking of which, we probably could start advancing time. Or at least the time scale a little faster, so that way we get moving into September at least. I think September I can cut the corn. I believe this trailer clears the roof there. We're going to find out. JD, roll over and play dead. Doesn't look like it's going to clear the roof, does it? Why did I think that cleared the roof? Damn it! Thought I was picking a shed I'd be able to load into nice and easy. Alright. Well, I guess that means we get to go move stacks. I think I got a wheel loader for that. Bigger barn, yeah. It might have been a waste. Probably buy an easy shed or something, but I already bought the barn. Yeah. Yuck. Not what I wanted to do. Grab the top. It's like 6. God, I hate doing this. I hate manually loading. Of course, it's an odd number. 7 per stack. Nice and slow. Easy does it. Come back. They don't ruin the rest of the stacks. There we go. Easy does it. No, 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 no. Oh, man. Damn it. This just didn't go according to plan. That sucks. Alright, bigger barn it is. Because that's going to happen again. I already know it. I know, I had it. Freaking had it, man. Ugh. Bigger barn it is. Because I'm not going to do this every time. It's not going to happen. That's way too big. That's going to be too big. Eesh. Damn, I'm mad at myself right now. I freaking had it. Should have left that there so I could compare. Commodity shed. Nah, what I need to do is go lift the thing. Yeah, and you can't go into the unload animation. Damn it. Alright, put up more bales real quick. Or at least one. I should let me put the platform in unload mode. Might make me pick up 2. Now we're in transport. Now we're in transport. Unload bales. The Y. Oh, I can at least see how tall it is. Just to see how big the shed needs to be. That'll just get into the door. Tall garage. That'll hit. H set extension. Oh, this'll fit. That'll fit like a glove. Might have to put it over here, but kind of be able to use that original space I intended, but that'll fit like a glove. Yeah, cool. All right, landscaping, go back to painting. Fill this all in. That was a nice idea. It was a nice idea. Tell you with this barn, I might just do more of a dirt all the way through. It's an animal mud. It's not really what I want, but it'll work to get it started at least. Just wrap it all the way back out and around to here. Something like that. Let's do the edges first, so that way I can come back in, fill the whole thing in. Man, I'm mad about that. I can't believe I did that. This is why you always test the shed first. Buy it after. So used to my farm building techniques where I just buy stuff and worry about function after. Bad habit when you're working on stuff like this. Maybe a little more. Bigger. Keep spreading that all around. We'll mix in a bunch of other textures as well here. Mix in some gravel and some other stuff as well. That'll make it all look real nice. Doing a dirt base is kind of the way I wanted to start this at least. Really not a ton of dirt textures on this map, I'll say that, but it's alright. I might even add some more like consistent like streaks through. Where it's like heavier traffic. Something like that. Mix in a bunch of this gravel. Try to make it make sense. Supposed to be flying in the images. Okay. I'll definitely check that out. There we go. Something like that works. And then let's throw in a bit more gravel along the edges for sure. Mixing some more dirt into our gravel around this edge. Mix and match in here. Make it use all we like. Fix your camera looking at your forehead the whole time. Oh. Sorry. I can sit up a little higher, that'd probably help too. A little more of this. Kind of works a little better. I'm gonna roll with it like that. We could perfect it later, but worth the unload. Go load up those bales again. A lot of today's been just fixing my mistakes, hasn't it? be sometimes. Not in operating position. I have a hat on from that angle. It did, didn't it? And the horse didn't do great with it at one point in the game. No. I like horse stuff, especially on PC when you have a horse helper and you don't actually have to work them out. I feel like that's kind of a dumb mechanic. Like, I like that it's there on one hand, but like on the other, it's kind of like, all right, why do we need this? Why is this thing not wanting to go into load mode? Let me just unload the bales, I guess, and then we'll try again. So confused on doing the horse. Oh, it's easy. You just have to hop on it and ride it for a while. Make sure you feed it and all that good stuff. Yeah, it's easy. I like doing horses. It's always a key part of my playthroughs because Miss Tack's a horse girl. And yeah. Minnie likes ponies and horses, so I always do it for them. Miss Tack would love this this horse barn. She would go nuts for it. It's the indoor arena on it. She would go nuts. I'd probably get her playing this game if I showed her that. See her out here harvesting and baling and shit. Feed her horses. Ah, come on. Got the angle enough here. Bump it with the front tire, straighten it out. There we go. That's one thing I like about this style of bale loader is it's kind of easy to fix your bales. Husband farm build. I don't know if she would get into that. No, she'd be into the building. And I'd have to buy a FS for her computer. Or that would be a cool stream though, wouldn't it? Maybe I could talk her into it. Have her do hers. That'd be a lot. That'd be a lot of work. Maybe the easiest way to do that would be just have her build on my PC and I build on my PC as well. Compare the builds after. Pick me a good map for that. What map would you like to see that on if we do that? What map would be good for that? Some place with multiple places you could build on. And we'll do it like a pick your area style. UMRV. That would be a good one, wouldn't it? Transport. I'm gonna roll it again. I'm gonna put duels on this thing, for sure. We'll unload them here, kind of towards the back. This first stack, I think. Please don't hit the roof. Next stack we'll probably have to back in. This will be, we kind of build the back wall of them here. That looks like a good spot. Pull forward. Lower the loading platform. Yeah, this barn works much better for this. See how long this loading animation takes, and then you have to lower the thing again, which is kind of stupid to me. I mean, I get why, but I gotta fill that back in the grass too. I'll do that off stream. I'll probably get most of these bales loaded off stream too, and then the next stream I do on this map, we'll do start corn chopping. Probably chop. I need to look at the map to decide. Corn is orange, right? I just have the one cornfield, which is 3 or 4. Probably say I'll chop like half of it and harvest the other half. Yes, well, tomorrow is... No, today's Thursday. Oh my gosh. Dude, I thought... No, it's just now Thursday. Yeah, there'll be a stream tomorrow night. Yeah. Do you want me to stream this tomorrow, or what do you guys want to see? I haven't really decided, to be honest with you, for tomorrow night. So I was planning on modding tonight, originally, at the beginning of the week, and then, obviously, the substance going out, going wrong. Well, Fallout. Poll? I don't know that we can do Fallout. I don't know that enough people would watch it that we can do it. I'll do a poll. Construction Sim's a good call. Let's do tomorrow's stream. ATS. Do ATS as an option. We'll do construction sim. Alma. S22. What we did for the last option. ATS, Construction Sim, Alma. What else do I have? Could always do... I've been wanting to do Way of the Hunter, but I can't get it to run good enough on my PC to do it. Which is crazy because I can get Starfield to run good enough on the PC to stream that. Could do something like Off the Beaten Path. We could do House Flipper or something. Angler. We could do Angler. I only have 4 options though, so I don't want to add in anything. That's kind of what I was thinking of. House Flipper would be something I haven't done before on stream. I feel like House Flipper would be decent for a stream too. Oh, I don't know, it might get boring. You guys into House Flipper at all? What do you think? What else do I have? ATS, I have Construction Sim, Fallout, Power Wash Simulator. We haven't done Russian Fishing 4 in a while. Who's your daddy? Breakfast. No. What did I do? Look at the Steam store here. Spending too long deciding on this. Free. We got free. Is there anything good free? Recommendations. Let's do free to play. Simulation. What do we got? We got. Would be good. Xbox One still? Yeah. Power Wash Sim's kind of fun. It could get a little boring if you're not into super slow paced games like that, but I'll tell you what, I'm gonna throw House Flipper on there because I feel like it's gonna be interesting. And we'll let you guys decide. Get back to the game here. Continue picking up bales. Police Sim. I would have to. I think that costs some money, and I'm not in a good spot at the very moment to buy a game. It's my birthday next week, so I should buy myself something, but I think I'm gonna try the new COD out. I'm gonna try the new COD. Kind of hanging on the money to buy that. I'll try Modern Warfare 3 to see if I can. And mainly the reason I'm going to try Modern Warfare 3 is because it's a lot of old MW2 stuff getting brought back, so nostalgia is making that a bit of a hard one to avoid for me. You guys know I've been on an anti-COD thing for a while. I play zombies with Mistac, but other than that, like, I've been not buying new COD games. Not wanting to buy new COD games, but I'm gonna give in. Old MW2 was my favorite too, and that's why I'm gonna give in. Either old MW2 or Black Ops or Black Ops 2. Those were like my 3 favorite games of my childhood. And Halo. I gave Infinite a roll for nostalgia. Might give MW3 a roll for nostalgia reasons. Wave of boxes. Yeah. Yeah. Yeah, it was fun. The old that was MW3, the old MW3. Yeah. That was fun. Do miss that. Survival mode. That's what it was. Although, I'll tell you what, Halo 3 ODST survival mode was even better. I like that a lot more, if I'm being honest. I should have left myself a little more room back there to drive around the barn. Let's see if I can do this. Get in right beside that one. Testing my reverse skills here. I think I need to hit Y now. As long as we don't have any of those veils, we should be okay. That's about perfect, isn't it? Little gap between them. I think that's where I'd put them. That'll work. Platform down. Alma's winning. More FS stuff. No one voted for ATS. That's surprising, actually. So I'm kind of leaning construction sim. If you guys want my honest opinion, I'm construction sim because we haven't done it in so long. But I'm fine with whatever. I like every game that's on that list. I kind of thought there might have been a few votes for FS22 or for House Flipper. Just because that would be something we haven't never done before on stream. It's always good to try stuff that we haven't done. See me stream. Yeah, I'll definitely do that. Vote for whatever you were streaming anyway. Yeah. Yeah, I'm really not partial to any of them. I was maybe in my head leaning a little bit construction sim, but that was a good idea when it was brought up. It was like, oh man, yeah, that's right, we haven't done that in a while. It's fun. It's a fun game. I have played it a little bit off stream since then, I think. I'm not sure it's a game I would have bought for myself, but for streaming reasons, like it's totally a good one. It's a nice change of pace from FS while still being similar. I'll be honest with you guys, I cannot believe how stale FS feels right this minute to me. I don't know about you guys, but it's like the mod releases are really down. Map releases are pretty down. It feels like there's just not much coming out right now. Which, I mean, this always happens every new FS or every cycle. I mean, a new game's gonna come out next year, and like by this time next year, we're gonna be like sick of 22. I guarantee it. It's gonna be hard to get me to stream 22 next year at this time. It'll be kind of at this point next year, we'll be doing our last like series on FS22 for sure. Played 19 the other day. Yeah, I tell you what, honestly, I missed the last 19 series we did. What was it, Yukon Valley? Man, I like that map a lot. That was a lot of fun. Of course, there's 22 maps now that do way more than that did, but at the time, it was that map was crazy good. Saves are still there. Oh, that's awesome. We got to a really good point with 19 mods as well. We're at that point now with 22 mods, in my opinion, but we got to a really good point there at the end with 19 mods, where it was like anything you wanted, you probably had available. At least on PC, anyway. Obviously, consoles. That's a whole different ball game, but on PC, man, it felt like any mod you could think of, we had. And we'd had a pretty good one of that in terms of real life stuff. One thing I'll say is it feels like we haven't got much new stuff in 22 that we didn't have in 19. And maybe that's part of the issue with 22 right now, is it feels like most of the stuff we've had before. Maybe that's part of it. I mean, Kubota, we didn't really have before in 19. That was one thing we were definitely lacking in. Passenger support was a great add if you do multiplayer stuff a lot. If you don't do multiplayer stuff a lot, it really doesn't change anything. The whole Kubota DLC was a win, though. I wish they would have added a subcompact in the DLC, but that's like my only gripe about that whole DLC. The whole DLC was fantastic. Vermeer was cool. That's a nice addition. If we're talking like actual mods, like I'll be honest, I like 19 Seasons better. I'll keep saying that till the day they re-add calving and stuff like that back into Seasons. I can't believe that was left out of Seasons for 22. Like that really bothers the crap out of me. The whole animal system in Seasons for 19 was just so much better. Just so much better. Yeah. I try to love 22 Seasons, but it literally just feels like it's an afterthought. Really kind of upset with the way they handled it. I mean, there's some stuff I like with precision farming added onto it, but it's nothing that 20 or 19 didn't have. The spot spraying capability, I guess, like, but even then, like, weeds were better in 19 Seasons too, if you want to go there, you know? So you didn't need spot spraying. I mean, you did, but like, the weeds also only grew in spots. I mean, they work like that in 22 too, but like, it was way better in 19, in my opinion. The way it looked and the way it handled everything. It's just better. Yeah, I don't know. On a bit of a tangent there, but. Step for the 10.5, I think. Yeah, and we have that now in 22 as well. That old John Deere riding motor, or no, the X748 is what you're talking about. Yeah, that was separate. That was its own thing. Yeah, it's weird that we haven't got that for 22 yet. Especially since some people have independently converted it. I actually have it converted. Josh converted it for me to use as reference for the 1025R stuff. And I use it once in a while. Yeah. Yeah, I still don't, like I said, I don't feel like there's much in 22 that we didn't have at 19. Maybe that, like I said, I think that might be part of the problem that a lot of people are having with 22 at this point. Well, after the Kubota DLC, Giants really dropped the ball on the DLCs. From there, they went down, down, down. I mean, Vermeer was pretty okay, and then everything else has pretty much been like, I'm not interested. I just don't. I can't be bothered. I can't be bothered. Emergency pack, whenever it's finally out, it'll be pretty solid. But we're still waiting on that. But even then, like it's fairly limited, you know. It's awesome what they've been able to do given the engine, but like that's the problem, is that we're working on this engine that's been around forever. It's time for some major engine overhauls. That's really what it comes down to. Base game next time. It should be. It definitely should be. There's really no reason why it wouldn't be. So really what they need to focus on is improving the engine. And it's easy to just say just improve the engine, but like, no, we need better physics, better collisions handling. There's a lot of things, and they've been very tight-lipped about the next FS game. So I imagine they have some big stuff planned, but they were pretty tight-lipped about 22 all the way up until, what was it, April of 2021 that they started putting stuff out. I want to say started getting some teasers, and yeah. I really hope 20 or 25 is really a step forward. It really needs to be. Otherwise, I think we're going to start seeing losses in player base for sure. 22 is a really good improvement given the conditions, but that, you know, COVID. That's really what happened, is COVID. That's why 22 was so limited to what it was. But yeah, they did put out a questionnaire. Was very interesting. I think it was a little revealing too of what's on their mind, what they're considering. There was some stuff in there that made me wonder what they had in mind. Yeah, COVID screwed everything up for everybody. Although I would have thought, as a game designer, COVID might have been helpful, because then you could work from home on the same stuff you're already doing. But the problem is then you don't have meetings and stuff like that as regularly to plan and to talk about ideas. So I do understand that it wasn't perfect for everything. So I don't know. Yeah. Today was a great time to be a gamer and not have to work and could sit at home and game all day. For me, anyway. I wasn't considered essential, so I enjoyed my nice 3-month vacation, paid vacation. I wish I'd have taken better advantage of it at the time and started streaming and got my PC set up sooner. There's a lot I could have done during that period to progress my life, and didn't really take enough advantage of it. Is what it is. Past it now. Definitely a missed opportunity on my part, though. 714s. Oh yeah, that sounds terrible. Sounds absolutely terrible. So what I'm really, they need to bring in subcompact tractors on their own. Modders shouldn't have to be the ones to bring in something like a subcompact tractor. Like, that should have been in the game already. And I'm gonna say that till I'm blue in the face, because it's something they could have done right from the get. That would have saved me a ton of time personally, but can I get this out of there? Dang it. If I... Hang on. I think I got it just far enough ahead that I can lower it. Should allow me to back up enough that I can... Yeah, it's kind of a pain. Subcompact needs to be in the base game. We have Vineyard, right? So it's time now that we go ahead and add in a subcompact into the mix. There's a few other things that need to be base game, pieces of equipment wise. What was that we got the other day? The Vermeer thing. Or was it today or yesterday? Let's see. Where's that? Vermeer, this thing. This needs to be a Vermeer chipper needs to be base game. If it, like, I mean, they have wood chips in the game. Like, why do we not have like some American wood chipping stuff? That seems like a weird omission, especially since you added Vermeer to the game. Like, Vermeer does tons of that stuff. Like, that's their... It's one of their primary markets is the wood chipping stuff. I'd like to see... another thing I want... Okay, so we got Max, right? So how about some solid axle Max? Or some straight... straight frame. Can we get that base game? Like, this truck right here could have very easily been a base game thing. Just throwing that out there. I mean, that's... I know it's not common in Europe, but I mean, you went to the extent of adding Max, so now let's add some... Yeah, the JCB dump truck, cool. Mining. I want mining to be a base game feature. It doesn't have to be extreme mining. It could be literally material on the ground that you go and scoop up. I'm fine with that. But like, Peterbilt Kenworth or bust. I'd like to see that, but I know ATS pays a ton of money for those rights to have Peterbilt and Kenworth, and that makes sense for ATS. I don't know that it makes sense for Giants. I can understand why they haven't done that. Mac has always been a pretty easy brand to get licensing for. I'm surprised it took them that long, to be honest, to get Mac licensing, but it did. I really want to know what they pay for their John Deere license. It's got to be astronomical. Most of the game's budget probably goes to the John Deere license, being honest. John Deere and Klaus both. I'm sure ridiculous. Look, I don't know on Klaus. Klaus might not be too terrible. I'm sure John Deere's outrageous. Case has always been pretty lenient with theirs. Kubota's probably pretty high. If you buy like Kubota licensed toys, like they're ridiculous. Case, I don't think. Case New Holland, Fiat Agri, I don't think they're bad about theirs. I think they're pretty lenient on it. I think it's more John Deere, Kubota, Klaus, I think are the heavy hitters there. Kubota, for some reason, I don't know why they're so... I know they're very particular about handing out the license. Season 2, yeah, exactly. That's exactly what it was. Literally, I almost guarantee most of the 19 DLC was used to pay for the John Deere license. I almost guarantee most of the 19 DLC was used to pay for the John Deere license. Kubota was not in 19. That is correct. Kubota was added in 22. These big brands that you're seeing added this late in the game's history, John Deere, Kubota, the reason they're getting added so late is because they're expensive. Vermeer must have been fairly pricey, but I don't know on Vermeer because the DLC wasn't that expensive. It's hard to say. I'm guessing they've just left Vermeer out. But yeah. When you notice on a lot of the other DLCs that have come out since Kubota, a lot of it's been brands that we already have. It's just new equipment for those brands. I don't know if you've noticed that. A good portion of it anyway. Not all of it, but a good portion of it anyway has been brands that we already have. Just a new piece of equipment from that brand. Have not noticed. Yes. And I'll even. It's 12:30, so we're done with the stream anyway. So I'm about to pull up the DLC page and we'll take a look at it, and I can show you exactly what I mean. All right, park this here. I'll finish this up off stream. We go to giant. Oh, right there it is. If we go to the DLC page, the premium expansion, we'll start there. I mean, there's DeWolf, Gorink, Agriel, Wefo. Yes, these are. Salic is not a new brand. Fiat's not a new brand. Zeter isn't a new brand. Agrio, I think, is. DeWolf is a new one. FarmTech we already had. Grimmy we already had. Grimmy. Kavernlin. Almost all of this equipment is just a new piece of equipment under a different brand name, or that we just didn't have before. Same brand that we already had. Sputnik was coming, but I guess not. Yeah. Meridian we already had. Like I said, the Wolf I believe is a new one, but if we go to Horsch, obviously we already had Horsch stuff. I can't believe we had. I mean, this is literally like the same crap we already had from Horsch even. Like this is. I believe we've already paid for this. Or at least looks like something we've already paid for. This, I'm pretty sure, the Pronto 3DC, I believe this was a mod in 19 that was free. The Astro, I feel like a lot of this stuff is... The 6DC... Let me pull that up again. Did I just see that right? Is the 6DC in there? The Joker 8T. Yeah, we already bought this once. I try not to go too hard against Giants, but like stuff that we've already bought once in a different game is ridiculous. Do not make me pay twice for it. That bothers me. Gawil, obviously Gawil. I don't think was Gawil a new brand. I think we already had it. I think we already had it. I could be wrong. Is this one to check? I don't have the DLC, so if I go to brands, G, maybe not. Of course, there's multiple G's in here because yeah, the mod hubs or the mod sorting system sucks in this game. This needs an overhaul. Had some hit. Yeah, I feel like we already had something from Gawil. I could be completely wrong. I feel like we had a trailer or something come out early on that was Gawil. So somebody else had already got approval for the license to use Gawil equipment. And so Giants didn't pay anything for that brand. I'm positive of that. I mean, Euro. It's not really a DLC. Pumps and Hoses is somebody else's creation, not even Giants. Volvo with the Platinum was pretty big, but they charge. I mean, that's part of why it's Platinum. Is it's the $20 DLC. I mean, Oxbow. What's even in Oxbow? Barely anything in the pack. It's $6 DLC for 4 pieces of equipment. I'm guessing that brand costs some money. More Alice would be cool. Yeah. I don't know. I feel like they definitely could have done better with the DLC this time around. Definitely could have done better with the DLC this time around. Hay and Forage pack. This is all, I believe, stuff we already had. Rigitrack we already had. Reform might be new. That might be a new one. Sep we already had. Krone, obviously. Writer, that might be new. Pottinger, obviously, already had. Pottinger, I don't know how you say it. Yeah. It's like, whenever you see them mixing in stuff that brands that we already have, it's either because you need that for the piece of equipment, or it's a brand or it's to save money on licensing. That's what it is. So, anyway, that's it for tonight, guys. Alma appears to have won the poll, so I'm gonna plan on doing some more Alma tomorrow. Let's do that. I'll get a good thumbnail tonight. Get that all set up. So I'll finish picking up the bales before we start the stream tomorrow night. It'll all be good to go. Hope you guys all have a wonderful evening, and I will see you guys tomorrow. Bye.